Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. Today's reading is titled, How Are You Shocking Others? I have three piles for you to choose from. And before you make your selections, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'm going to give you all a few seconds to pick your piles, and then we're going to go ahead and get started with pile number one. Alrighty, we're going to go ahead and get started with pile number one. If you chose pile number one, this is your reading. So, how are you shocking others? Pile number one, there's something about music, there's something about lyrics, poetry. I feel that you may be making it known that you like to write music or that you like to write poetry. Maybe you make like poetry albums or you put poetry on your albums. There's something with music and people seeing that you actually have this skill and a talent for music or sounds or instrumentals. Some of you here could like to play around with like different sounds, sound frequencies even. But that's how you're shocking other people, because this is a talent that people may not have realized that you had. And it's very beautiful. It's like you're a natural at something. You're naturally good at something. And even if this is making a playlist, it's like you naturally know what goes good together. This is how you're shocking others. So let's get into your cards, and then we will read your channeled messages towards the end. So the first card that came out for you, pile number one, was Oya, and this is my Orisha tarot, and I have a lot of goddesses in the Orisha tarot, and one of them came out for you. So pile number one, you're evolving in some way, and the goddess Oya, she is about winds and lightning and transformation. And in this card, she's descending above this graveyard. So I feel like there's a version of yourself or just like past issues, past environments, past people. You've left that behind. That is how you're shocking people. You've left that behind. You may have left a job recently. You may have left a friend group or a community, even a relationship. Okay, take what resonates, but it's like you've descended from some kind of low vibrational state. And it's like you're gaining your spark back. With that lightning energy, you're gaining your spark back. And this is how you're shocking others, because you may be in a more creative state. So again, if you're making music or poetry, like that's being noticed and recognized at this moment. I feel that you're putting yourself out there more. Maybe you had this fear of what people would say, but you're transcending that fear. Pile number one, you're no longer afraid to put yourself out there and market yourself, especially if you are trying to become some kind of artist, especially if this is musically. It's like you're marketing yourself, you're branding yourself in a way that you truly want to be seen. And this is shocking other people because you're no longer playing small, pile number one. And I feel like you were modest about your talent, but you're no longer being modest. It's like you don't have to be humble about something that you're good at. And I don't mean to like be cocky or just arrogant with something, but what I'm saying is you're no longer downplaying yourself, You're no longer hiding or showing bits and pieces of it. It's like you're showing it in its full entirety. You're showing your talents and your gifts in their full capacity. And this is what's shocking people. Okay. The next card that we have for you is the Ten of Wands. So you've completed this cycle of shying away from your power. You found this power within. You've gained your spark back after years of people pleasing. I feel that you're finally learning how to say no, and you're finally learning how to be alone and value your own company and your solitude. The next card we have is worthiness. So it's like you found self-worth. You know your worth. You no longer rely on external validation. I feel that you are transcending, like needing other people's approval or acceptance or opinions to align with yours. What I was picking up strongly is that quote that says, ask for forgiveness, not permission, something like that. You're in that kind of energy where you're no longer seeking people's acceptance or validation of who you are and how you choose to live your life or how you choose to express yourself. There's something about your self expression that's more bold and it's more authentic. And this is how you're shocking people. With the 11th house here, I feel that you may have also ended friendships, ended certain cycles with particular people, and this is how you're shocking others. There could have been people you have known since, like, since you were a teenager, since like early high school or middle school, and you're finally cutting them off after 11 years. Okay, 11 may be significant, but there's something about knowing people for at least 11 years, and you're finally cutting those cords with those people. There may be people who are realizing that you have officially cut them off, and that's what they're shocked about because they always thought that they could rely on you and rely on your energy, but you've moved forward. You've put an end to that people pleasing cycle. It's like you've seen your worth. I feel like you've had a spiritual awakening of self love. Pile number one, this is how you're shocking others because you're finding the beauty within yourself. You're seeing that you are worth it and you deserve people who see that about you the first time, not people who have to lose you in order to see that. People who have to lose you in order to see your value are not the kind of people that you want. You want people that can see it the first time they meet you. And then you may actually like, you may have removed even family. There may be family you don't talk to because we have this Cancer card and it makes me think about the fourth house, which is our family. So you may have cut off family and friends or just distant yourself from them, like you distance yourself from them. Excuse me. You've created some kind of distance. And this is how you're shocking others because you finally put your foot down. You finally created a boundary. And I'm hearing spirit say no contact. So you may have not spoken to these people recently, or you don't speak to them as normally as you used to. And this is shocking them because you're not reaching out first. It's this energy of you always reaching out, you always maintaining connections and being the pillar of that connection, but you're no longer holding it up. You're shocking people because you're letting go of one-sided connections. Pile number one. Yeah, because the Nine of Swords is here. It's like people are afraid that they're going to be cut off next because it's this energy of like finally like clearing something out. So you know how when you do spring cleaning, that's exactly what I'm picking up. So it's like your energy has gone through like this spring cleaning and you're letting go of things that don't serve you. You know how when you clean out your garage and then you're like, this is too valuable to throw away. So let's have a garage sale or let's give it away. But eventually all of that, what was in there is not going to be there anymore because you've alchemized it. You gave it away and you got something back, or you just gave it to somebody and it made you feel good or special because they needed that. But either way, you alchemized it and you got a different energy out of it. So people may feel that you're going to cut them off in some way, okay? But you're shocking people because it's like you're no longer in this energy of anxiety or fear with the Nine of Swords. You're facing your challenges head on and you're not asking for help as much as you used to or seeking like other people's opinions. So maybe when you were dealing with things, you used to call people or consult people just to get like a second opinion, but you're no longer doing that. You're listening to yourself. The next card that we have is the High Priestess. So you definitely have some type of spiritual awakening because you know yourself more and you listen to yourself more. You go for what feels right, but you also can see people and you have more discernment, which is shocking people. And also with the Nine of Swords being here, it's giving a vibe of like you have found out certain things about people and it's like they're shocked because they don't know how you found out. For some of you, you may even be like a spiritualist watching this or a practitioner. And it's like you Because I keep hearing something about lead being turned to gold. It's like you have the energy to alchemize things. So even if people try to go against you, you still come out successful. And this is what's shocking people. It's shocking people that you have God on your side. Truly. Then we have the butterfly card, metamorphosis. And then there's this card, purity, and there's also a butterfly. So there's two butterflies. You've transformed in a major way, pile number one. And that is how you're shocking people. It's like you're not who you used to be. You don't tolerate what you used to tolerate. You're a totally different person. And you have more awareness of your value and more awareness of your strengths. And I feel like you also have more awareness of like social cues and social settings. Like you're no longer tripped up by things that used to confuse you. It's like you understand how people work, how humans work. You have an understanding of like, especially social settings. I keep picking up like sociology, but you understand that. You know how when you go into a social setting, it's like there's hierarchies. Even if you may not be participating in this, people still perceive it that way when they're stuck in the matrix. It's like a hierarchy of who's popular, who's not, who has this, who's not. So people are measuring themselves based on what somebody else has. It's like they're sizing each other up. So you understand that when you go in social situations, that's going to occur, but it doesn't affect you. It's like you are unbothered by a lot of what people try to do on a 3D level, you know, because you've elevated spiritually. It's like stuff like that doesn't really get a reaction out of you because you understand why people are doing it, and you understand that it can't affect you if you don't let it, you know? So it's this energy of like you go somewhere and there's a rude waitress, but you're respectful and you still tip the waitress. And it's like, they're like, why did that person tip me if I was rude to them? It's like they wanted it to affect you, but it didn't. And you're shocking people because they can't get a reaction out of you because we have the purity card. So again, it's like, it's something about your kindness being like, how you tend to dominate a situation. Like instead of like playing tit for tat with a person or matching energies with a person, it's like you kill them with your kindness, pile number one. And that's how you shock others because they may expect you to be rude back or they may expect you to be shady towards them as well. But it's like you return the favor with a high vibrational energy, and it just makes them have to sit and really look at themselves and analyze who they are. So you may even send people into spiritual awakenings, pile number one. And that's how you're shocking others. It's hard for people to get energy from you because you've like, it's this vibe of you like sealing up your aura so nothing can get through. The next card we have is trust. You have a lot of faith. You have a lot of faith in yourself and in the Most High. And this is shocking people because you know that wherever life takes you, you will be successful. You're not in a hurry and you're not in a competition with anybody. And the irony is that there's butterflies flying by my window. I've been seeing that for the past few days. But we have a lot of butterflies within this reading. So butterflies are very significant for you, pile number one. They're just a reflection of how much you're growing and how much you've changed and how much you're going to continuously change, because this spiritual journey is like it's making us aware of so many different things and in so many different ways. Let's look at the other cards. Oh, we talked about the worthiness. But in this card, you know, this person looks so happy. Somebody here could have got a new cat. You may be shocking you may be shocking others because it's like you have a new pet. There's something new that you're doing as well. There's something new. You may have made like, especially if you make music, you may have made a new song or you're inspired to make something new. There's just this energy of you shifting. It's like you've had a breakthrough. That is how you're shocking people. You've had a breakthrough because there's something about quantum leaps. It's like you figured out how to do that, how to manifest your reality. You figured out how to alchemize energy. Because we have Scorpio here. We have Scorpio, and then we have you act like a Scorpio. Scorpio energy twice, plus the metamorphosis, plus the goddess Oya here from the Orisha. So there's a lot of transformative energies here. You've put a lot to rest. You left a lot of places. You may have left a lot of people. And that's how you're shocking them, because you don't need them. And people are really shocked by the way that you can just walk away and not contact them again, or not really, it's like you're not really affected by it at the end of the day, because you made the choice out of self-love and self-preservation. And that's how you're shocking people, because you're going to choose yourself in any situation where people are going against you. You choose yourself. That is how you're shocking people. You've put an end to toxic cycles. The next card we have is I miss your advice. So what's been coming through with a lot of my readings is like past energies. And with this being here, it's like with I miss your advice, it makes me feel like, again, you don't contact people about your plans and the things you want to do. You're not looking for a second opinion. You just do things when you want to do them. So I feel like I said, you had a habit of consulting people of what you wanted to do and getting opinions, and now you don't do that. You just do things. And with that I miss your advice, it's like people miss being able to tell you what to do. And that's how you're shocking others, because you're relying on yourself. It's like, I feel that you've never really just been a lost person, pal number one. You just were like indecisive, and you're no longer indecisive, because you know that if you make a choice, it's for your highest good. You think about, what is this going to do to me? How is it going to change my life? How is it going to affect me? That's how you make your choices. It's not about how is it going to make other people feel about me, or what is so and so going to think. You don't really operate out of that kind of energy anymore. So I feel like that explains that card perfectly, because you're no longer looking and taking other people's advice. And I feel like when you do get advice, you take it with a grain of salt. That's how you're shocking other people. But I also pick up too that there were people that you gave advice to, and they didn't listen, but they see that you're taking your own advice, and they see that the things that you say, like, you're practicing what you're preaching, pile number one. And that's how you're shocking others, because there are a lot of people that'll just say certain things, but they don't actually live it through. And you've been able to live through a lot of what you've said. And that is how you're shocking others. And then we have Pisces. So again, you're tapped in spiritually, especially with the high priestess. It's like you can see people's intentions. And that is why you removed yourself from certain environments, because you could see what was coming. It's like you have foresight, and that's how you're shocking others, because you can see the truth about people. You can see what's going to happen before it happens, okay? And that's how you're shocking others. You've strengthened up your boundaries. You know your worth. That's how you're shocking others. Let's get into the cards. I mean, not the cards. Let's get into your channel messages. I'm just so used to saying it. Okay, so pile number one, with your channel messages, we have that you're bolder, you're making music, you've cut people off. Okay. You could be a fire sign, take what resonates. You don't have to be, but you're learning to be more assertive. You're learning to say no. You're no longer in this people pleasing vibe, and you're securing yourself, and you're standing up for yourself. And burgundy and red wine could be significant. You're conquering your fears. Your intuition is definitely on point. Okay. People feel like you see through them. You also could have mediumship abilities, and that's shocking people. So maybe you're a tarot reader, and the messages that you have are true and they're accurate. You could be really good at channeling messages as well that people need to hear. So your timing is really good as well. I feel like people are guided to come towards you. I feel like people tell other people about you, and they come towards you to get some type of healing or confirmation, but it's secretly. So you don't always know. So I feel like that's what that Scorpio energy is like. Pile number one, you're shocking people because you help a lot of people behind the scenes. A lot of people don't see what you do, but you really help a lot of people. And a lot of those people are just shy and scared to come towards you. So they may not always tell you how you've impacted them, but I'm here to tell you, pal number one, that you've impacted people in a very healing way. I feel like you've brought people closer to God, pal number one. Okay. And that's how you're shocking others. You're coming out of your shell as well. You're coming out of your shell. You've shifted. And yeah, I feel like you've slammed the door on the past, and it's like you're not entertaining what was. It's like you're looking forward to what is and what could be. being your present moment in the future, because everything we do right now in our present moment creates our future. So you're nurturing your present moment to have a better future. And that's how you're shocking others, pile number one. Thank you so much for tuning into my reading. Mwah, peace until we meet again. Pile number two, welcome to your reading. Let us see how you're shocking others. So first we're going to start with your cards, and then we're going to read your channeled messages. So you are somebody who definitely is vintage. That's why you clicked this pile. And it's something about your energy being like, you've been here before. You're an old soul, pal number two. You have a deep understanding and a wisdom on life and things that other people just wouldn't understand. I feel like you're shocking people because you have a deep connection to nature. I feel like you may know the names of plants. Maybe you're into like biology and science, and you're shocking people with the depth of that. Maybe you're the type of person where you have a lot of special interests, and when you get to know people, they find out like how much you know. Like you're very knowledgeable about a lot of different things. So you may know a lot about the planets, about astrology, about spirituality, about chakras, about geography, like so many different things here. Your mind is very vast, and that's how you're shocking others. I feel like your fashion style shocks others too, because you may be able to put something together from the thrift store. So for example, pile number two, you could get a top, right, from the thrift store that's like $3, and you could get some overalls or some cute jeans for like $10. And altogether that outfit was like $13 or $20. And it's like you come around somebody and they think you've ordered it, or you spent like $200 or $300 when you've only spent like $13 to $20. So you shock people because your fashion choices may look super expensive, but in reality, it was very affordable for you. Like you make things that are simple look very expensive, and that's how you shock people. Pile number two, it's your creativity. It's the way that you put things together. So you may be somebody that likes to style things, you like to create things, you like to craft, maybe you like to upcycle, but whatever you do with fashion is very remarkable, and this is how you're shocking others. So maybe you make things for people, you can make clothing, maybe you have a little pop-up shop. You know how people have shops of like boutiques and they make things, or you sell things online, but whatever you do, it's like it's improving. So maybe your style has got better over time, or the clothes that you pick out and select have gotten better. Like your fashion taste has expanded, and that is how you're shocking others. So let's get into your cards. So pile number one. So we have the Nine of Pentacles. So there's something about a harvest and something about gardening. So there's something that you've been doing that you've been so consistent with it that there is growth. You can see the growth. So quite literally, you may actually have a garden and it's growing, and it's shocking others because they didn't know that you were good at, with herbs and working with plants. It's like something maybe you kept to yourself. Again, you may have a lot of special interest, and people don't know that until they get to know you or they come around you. Okay. And I feel that you could have a business or something that you do that is going viral, or it's just like it's expanding to where other people know about it. So your pockets are expanding. That's what Spirit is saying. So you're making more money because we have Taurus. Right after this, the Taurus card. So you're making a more lucrative income, and that's how you're shocking others, because it's so, when you start a business for the first time, like it can be so difficult because people don't want to support you. Like they feel like it doesn't matter. But then whenever your business takes off, your craft, your project, your platform, whatever it is, whenever it takes off and people see other people investing in it, then that's when they want to start to invest in it. It's like people don't want to see the value in you until other people do, unfortunately, especially if you're a small business owner. But you kept going. So there's something about you building something and it's taken off. Okay, take what resonates, and whatever this is, something you've created, maybe the life you've created for yourself. Okay, I say UK, so somebody here could be from the UK. I wasn't even trying to say that. That happens when I talk really fast. So I'm trying to slow down. But Yeah, you've planted something and it's growing. You've put some type of intention out into the universe and now it's being fulfilled. It's being reflected back to you. And this is a manifestation that could be coming through as well. And that's how you're shocking others. A lot of what you have set out to do is paying off. It's coming back towards you. It's like this boomerang. You threw abundance into the universe and an abundance is coming back towards you. Like you set that intention or that affirmation out. There's something that you spoke into existence and it's coming into existence and it's shocking people. Okay. The next card we have is Sagittarius. And it makes me think about, you know, how Sagittarius is the archer. It's like you set your sights high, and maybe to other people, they may have thought that it was idealistic, but you've actually accomplished it. You've accomplished what you wanted to do. You set out your highest ideals. And even if, again, it may have seemed idealistic or too good to be true to somebody else, it's something that has manifested into your life. So if you have a platform, your platform is growing, or whatever projects you've been pouring into, or if you have a garden, or if you're into like farming, like that's growing. Maybe you have like a group of farmers and you're getting together this group. It's something about community and fan bases and supporters. Okay. You could be having a fan base on this platform, and that's shocking people because people are really loyal and dedicated to you. I also feel like you're free spirited. That's how you're shocking people. You're free spirited. It's like you have these beliefs that also just keep you going as well. You have your faith, and that's how you're shocking people because it's something about you starting from scratch. Maybe you can make things from scratch as well. 'Cause I was picking up like food here, like somebody cooking or something, especially with Taurus energy. So you could be shocking people because you make things from scratch. It makes me think about that girl who made gum from scratch. So there's something about that. Maybe you're into like making organic products or skin products here, and that's how you're shocking other people because your business is becoming more successful, or whatever you create is actually helpful for the skin or for the body. Somebody here could be into like creating herbal supplements or just things for the body, or making herbs like for yoni steams and things like that. You could even be like into like being a midwife or a doula. That's what I'm picking up here, like some type of spiritual career working with women. And that's how you're shocking other people, bridging the gap between the spiritual world and this world. You can make money from a spiritual business. Pile number two, take what resonates. It doesn't have to be spiritual, but that's what I'm picking up for some people. There's success in the platform that you have, and it's just going to get more and more successful, or your business is going to get more and more successful. People are seeing the growth and they see that it's going to keep going. You haven't reached a plateau. Pile number two. The next card that we have is the Six of Wands. So success. And then we have Sagittarius energy again. So every time you set out to do something, you actually accomplish it. That's how you're shocking other people. You finish what you start. That's how you're shocking other people. And in this card, it's like there's people rallying behind this person. So again, you have some type of support, whether this is actually people in the physical, like fan bases, like people who like shop, clients, like things like that. Or this could be the spiritual realm. It's like people see that you have some type of support. And that's how you're shocking people. I feel like you could have like spirit guides supporting you as well from the other side. Then we have the Page of Pentacles. So it's interesting because we also have the Nine of Pentacles. It's like you started with something and now it's growing. You went from this page to this Nine of Pentacles. And it makes me think about gardening again. So there's something about farming, working on the farm. Maybe people didn't know that you had knowledge on plants, or people didn't know that you were country, you know? Take what resonates. That's how you're shocking people. Then we have the Eight of Swords. So something you were once trapped in, you're no longer trapped in. A mindset, a place. You're no longer trapping yourself with the Eight of Swords. You freed yourself and you free other people. That's how you're shocking others. Then we have this card about hope. It's like you're very inspirational. You give people hope and you have a lot of wisdom. Sagittarius energy. That's that wisdom. So you shock people with your wisdom and your level of knowledge. So maybe you're young and you have a lot of wisdom and knowledge that shocks people that are older than you. Okay. Take what resonates. But no matter your age, you have this profound wisdom and this understanding that people like to seek and learn from you. So you could teach in some way, even if this is indirect, and this is how you're shocking people, because people can learn from you, especially if you've moved away from where you used to live growing up. It's like those people that are still there are looking at you as a sign of inspiration of what they could do and what they could be. You have a lot of courage, and this is how you're shocking people. The next card we have is beauty. So if you're working with fashion, if you're doing anything with styling, like this is shocking people. Okay. Your looks and your appearance could be changing as well. And that's how you're shocking people. You could be changing something up with your piercing, your appearance. And I said piercings, and I wasn't trying to say that. So the way things come through when you channel things, that's how you know. So it's definitely something with piercing. So maybe you're getting some new piercings, or you've gotten your piercings removed. Take what resonates. But piercings are very strong here. Even like tattoos, we have that in pile number 1. So you may resonate. But that's what's shocking people. Your choice of style, the way that you express your creativity. I feel like with the Eight of Swords, you could have also left behind like conventional norms and just how society wants us to behave. I feel like you've just understood that you're going to operate in your full authenticity regardless of what society says and how society wants us to behave. Yeah. And then we have personal growth. So it says, as I move toward greater consciousness, I feel old thoughts and habits fall away. That is how you're shocking people. You're no longer invested in the things you used to be invested in. Like you don't partake in things you used to partake in. Okay. You've transcended that. And that's how you're shocking other people. You don't entertain what you used to entertain. And again, something you've been working on, whether this is a business, whether it's just you working on yourself, upgrading your life, working on like clearing debt, okay, that's coming through, working on having a balanced state of mind, a balanced state of health, whatever you're doing to try to bring your life into an equilibrium. It's like people can see that and it's shocking them because there's certain people that you don't talk to anymore, pile number 2, and they are the exact same. So they're looking at you like, wow, like I didn't know that it was possible. But really, what makes change possible is consistency. And that's how you're shocking people because you've been very consistent in something, even when you had little to no support. And now, look, you have a lot of support, even without the people that you wanted to support you. Okay, take what resonates. There's a lot of green here. So, gardening, herbs, plants, money. That is how you're shocking people. Okay. The next card that we have is gentleness. So you're shocking people because I don't know why I'm picking this up, but it's like people may have misjudged you, pile number 2, and thought that you were like mean or rude, but you actually have this gentle and sweet spirit, especially when people hear you talk. Maybe you have like a RBF, pile number 2, like your face can look very serious, but when people actually talk to you, you're kind and you smile and you're respectful and you have a gentleness about you. You have a grace about you. And it's like they wouldn't expect that from you because you could be a business person, but you're classy and but you're kind. You're not rude, or you're not the kind of person that's trying to make people feel less than, even if you have more than them. That is what's shocking people, that you're actually a sweet person. Because when you're in this energy of being the it girl, being the it boy, and if you're non-binary, it's the same thing. When you're that person, when there's something about you, people can easily project negative qualities onto you. And then when they get to know you, they see that it was just a figment of their imagination, because it's like they're afraid of what you could be. So instead of understanding that, okay, maybe I need to get to know this person before I make any judgments, people don't do that. They assert this judgment and then try to test it. They use the scientific method. They make a hypothesis about you, okay? They make a hypothesis about you and then test to see if that hypothesis or the theory is correct. So yeah, somebody here is into science and biology because I brought all of that up, and I don't even talk about the scientific method. So that's how you're shocking other people too, and just how intelligent you are, like just how multifaceted you are, because you're somebody who's good at fashion, but you're also very smart. You're also very technical, or you could be good at STEM or engineering. Take what resonates, but you have a dual personality to you. So it's like people may look at you and judge you, but then when they get to know you, it's like you're this gentle person, you know? Fashion is definitely significant here. Because there's something about people thinking that like beauty and brains can't coexist, but oftentimes a lot of the smartest people are very beautiful. It's just society wants us to think that no, if somebody's attractive, they're dumb. Like, no, that's just a stereotype. The next card we have is Sagittarius again. So I feel that you speak a lot of truth as well. You have a lot of truth, you know a lot of truth. And that is how you shock people. I feel like you're the type to call people out on their BS, pile number two. And that's how you can shock people because they don't expect you to notice what they're trying to do. It's like you say things as they are. It's like you're very direct. It's like you're not going to beat around the bush about something. You just say what it is, and that could shock people because they want to build up to something and lead into something, and you're like, no, what is this? What is this right now? So people can't try to run game on you, pound number two, and that's how you're shocking them because it's like you ask the right questions, like you're very investigative. That's how you shock other people. You're outspoken as well. You could be more outspoken than you were, and that's how you shock other people. And then we have, I wish I could look like you. So there are certain people that really admire how you look, but I feel like it's deeper than that. It's just like they wish they had your soul or your essence, the way that you come across. People wish that they had that. You know how a person just naturally has this vibrant personality, and then when they come around people, they're the life of the party. It's that kind of energy, and that would make sense because we have Sagittarius here so many times. It's like you could be good at hosting parties and events, and that's how you're shocking people because again, people may have these assumptions. So again, being a business person and being smart. So let's say you make it known that you like biology and stuff. People could try to make it seem like, oh, pile number two is boring, but then when they get to know you, you have a good party or you have a good playlist. It's stuff like that where it's like you're not just one way. It's a Rubik's Cube kind of energy, like it's multiple sides of you, and that's how you're shocking other people. And then we have the hater card here. So you're shocking people because it's like, yes, you have your supporters, but you also have your haters, and people can see that. People can see that there's people hating on you. And with Aquarius energy, it's like you have a lot of people in favor of you, but you do have those haters, pile number two. And it's like the way you handle it, it's like you don't care. It's like you don't allow other people's distaste or them not agreeing with you to affect who you are, especially when you present yourself publicly. There are going to be people who comment certain things or have something to say, but as the creator and as it being your platform, you can always delete the comment and block the person. Like, people don't have a right to say whatever they want to say to you or just do whatever they want to do. People don't have that right. They think they do because that comment button is there. So they think that, okay, since it's there, I can say whatever I want. A lot of people don't realize that you can't, and people can delete your comment, or people don't have to hear what you have to say, but people tend to overestimate their comment and think it's important, and it's not. So it's that kind of energy of you being able to understand that, okay, this person is a hater. I'm not going to go back and forth with you. And I feel like this is also like stuff that you hear through the grapevine. Because you are somebody who's successful and you're becoming more successful, it's going to be people who try to bring you back to the past version of you, pal number two. People who want to bring you back to a time where you didn't have all this support or you didn't have this confidence. They want to remind you of what you used to be, but it's not going to work. That's what I'm picking up. Like, it is haters and people who just miss the old dynamic, but you're no longer a part of that dichotomy. You've broke out of old cycles, literally. You've grown. And there are certain people who want to test that growth, but I feel like you don't allow it to get the best of you. You don't really allow it to penetrate within your aura. And that's how you're shocking people, because they're searching for a weak spot. They're searching for a crack in your foundation, but you show them that you actually have grown. You're not the person that's going to snap at them or give them the time of day. You're going to keep on moving on. I'm hearing somebody say, I'm going to keep on laughing to the bank. So again, there's something about your finances here, okay? Take what resonates. The last card we have is patience. So you had a lot of patience with yourself in growing this business, okay? And growing yourself. Whatever you've done, okay? Even if it's gardening, literally, you have patience because you know when you're planting something, it takes time for the plants to grow. So people see that you've taken the time to invest in yourself. It's like you shut off the world and you tuned into yourself, and now it's blossoming. The things that you've planted, it's growing. You have this harvest now, and that is how you're shocking others. Let's get into your channel messages. So, picked up you being an old soul. Your soul is vintage. We talked about gardening. There's something about Virgo and Capricorn energy in your fan base and your supporters. Okay, you're growing something, whether it's a YouTube channel, whether it's a platform, whether it's actually you have a garden and you grow stuff and you sell it, kind of like a farmer's market vibe. I was picking that up here. You may work at a farmer's market. Okay, that's how you're shocking people with your knowledge on plants. Maybe somebody here is into like agriculture or like holistic ways of healing and health, and that's how you're shocking people. Maybe you have herbal recipes and it helps people, and that's how you're shocking people. Okay, we talked about your quality. So maybe there's something you have. So if you have a platform, the quality has improved. So for example, if you have a YouTube channel, the quality of your videos has improved, or the quality of your audio. Like people can see a growth, or the quality in which you express yourself, or in how you dress or how you present, that has improved. People can see the growth, and that's how you're shocking them. Okay, you're no longer, hiding from the spotlight. That was pile number one's energy as well. You could have a physical glow up, and there's something about tattoo artists. Tattoo artist is significant. And there's something about your branding. You're branding yourself in a more unique way. So again, if you have a business here, but just in the way you present yourself, it's in a unique way, and it's in the way that feels more comfortable to you. And you didn't fall in the traps people set for you, pile number two. That's what I was picking up earlier. You didn't fall into that. It's like you're looking beyond low vibrational and petty energy, and you're following your dreams, because no matter what you do in life, it's going to be somebody who's have something to say, but 9 times out of 10, that person that's talking about you is not doing anything with their life but sitting on the phone all day passing judgment and working at a job they hate and being around people they don't truly feel loved by. So honey, that's misery, and you can't give it your company. Okay. All right, pal number two. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until we meet again. Mwah, peace. We're moving on to pile number three. Pile number three, last but not least, honey, how are you shocking others? Let's see. Let's see how you're shocking others. So we're going to start with the cards first, and then we're going to read your channel messages towards the end. So you could be multicultural. Pile number three, people may be finding out that you have multiple heritages. It's like you have mixed ancestry, and that's how you're shocking other people. I feel like you're well versed on different colors. Colors, I didn't mean to say colors, but you could be somebody who's very colorful, or like you are into like fabrics, fashion, or the textile industry. You are also somebody who could be very like color coordinated, and that's how you're shocking others with how precise and how good it is. So it could be a talent of yours. But I was saying like you like other cultures, multicultural, that's coming through, or like you speak multiple languages, bilingual, trilingual, take what resonates. You're very well versed on other cultures, like their foods, the spirituality, all of that. Like you may be somebody who travels for work, take what resonates. You connect with people of different backgrounds, and that's how you're shocking others. You can reach people globally. Maybe there's something you do that you can reach a wide audience, or just people from different backgrounds, like I said. Pile number three. Okay, let's get into your cards. So the first card that we have is the Eight of Pentacles. So you're becoming more confident in yourself. I feel that you're showing hidden talents, or just hidden parts of yourself. So maybe people didn't know you spoke multiple languages, or maybe you're just getting more in tune with your culture and who you are as an individual. And this is shocking people. You could be wearing because I'm hearing spirit say like regalia, you could be showing more of that. and not being afraid to show that. Okay. And then with the air element, I feel that how are you shocking others? Point number three, your comebacks are more brutal. Your comebacks are more brutal. I feel like you have spared people for a long time. I feel like you've always been very good with like these comebacks, but you may have, seen how it affected people. So you spent a lot of your life like holding back what you really wanted to say to people. But now I feel like you clear people. Like if somebody tries to say something to you, it's like your comebacks are just more brutal. And I feel like they don't have to be like super mean. It's just like what you say to people is true. So you tell them like the truth instead of them like, you know, how people argue with you and it's like they want you to like say bad things about them so that they can go back and say you said that, but you don't. It's like you tell them like you really need to go do this, or you're talking about me, but you need to focus on loving yourself. Like you'll say something like that to somebody, or you'll say, okay, honey, seek therapy. You need some healing. From this conversation, it seems like you need some healing. Like you're not gonna call somebody out their name back. You're not gonna talk about what, why they dress in a certain way or why they look a certain way. It's like you're going to talk about things that are true. You need to love yourself, or you need to leave that relationship, or you need to put down that substance. It's like you tell people things that are true. Okay. And that's how you're shocking them, because it's like you're not walking on eggshells or trying to be the nice one anymore. Okay. It's like you've kind of stepped into this villain era. Pod number three. And the villain era doesn't mean that you're just being like hurtful to people and being mean. It just means that you understand that no matter what you do, people are going to villainize you. So even if you were to just allow a person to say whatever they wanted, they could still go back and tell somebody something different. So you speak up for yourself and you defend yourself more, but you do it in a way that's truthful. And that's what it is. The truth hurts. Pile number three. Okay. And that's how you're shocking other people, because you're telling them the truth with the air element. You're articulating yourself more. So maybe you are coming out of that energy of being quiet, or, wanting to be this peacemaker and just telling people how it is, period. And I'm not mad at that, because at some point we have to realize that you have to have a balance. Like in some situations, let's keep the peace. But in this situation, a person has to be told the truth, period. Because when you allow a person to cross a boundary, they'll think that, okay, you didn't speak up for yourself. I've learned this, pound number three. Let me tell you from experience. When you let people say stuff to you and you don't say anything, or you do that, the nervous laughter, they're going to think they can keep saying it or doing it. So speak up for yourself the first time so it doesn't happen again. And I feel like if for those of you who know that, you know that. But if you needed to hear that, then just know, like, speak up when something happens the first time. Don't wait. Okay, don't wait. Tell a person the first time, and it doesn't matter if their feelings get hurt, because they didn't care about hurting your feelings. Pound number three. You have to remember that. In a lot of situations where you're overly considering other people's feelings, do they consider you in that same light? Most likely not. Okay, and you have to understand that's some people. I'm not saying do that with everybody, but if you know that there's a person that they don't consider you, then you don't have to consider them, period. And I feel that you're shocking other people because you're telling them how it is, period. Like, that's what I'm getting. Somebody here may say period too. You might tell somebody something and be like, period. But that's the energy that's coming through. Somebody here could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Okay. The next card we have is the Sun card. So you could be exposing things too. Not only are you speaking up to people and telling them the truth about themselves, this is what I'm picking up. You know how people have like family events, like whether this is Thanksgiving, Easter, it's like it's giving that vibe, right? And it's giving a vibe of you like you're spilling the tea in the family. You're talking about the things that have happened, and you're bringing the things that were dark into the light, like certain generational curses. You're talking about it. So if there's a pattern in the family, it's like you're exposing that pattern with that Sun card. You're exposing something, and this could be like something your dad does or on your father's side. It doesn't have to be, but there's something about you understanding something on your dad's side, or exposing something on your dad's side, like a toxic cycle within the family. You've exposed that. So maybe on your dad's side, it's like the women may coddle the men, and then they don't grow up to make, like Ayama said this, and she was like, sometimes mothers don't, I'm not going to quote her like how she said it exactly. I'm going to paraphrase a little bit, but she was saying that sometimes mothers don't raise their sons the right way, and then they don't make good fathers or husbands. And it's that kind of energy here of you bringing out that truth. So Iyanla, she bring out the truth, honey. Okay, and I love her. And again, this is something about the family, because Iyanla helps families and she helps them to see the generational cycles within the family that need to be broken. So you're doing the same thing, pound number 3. Like, you're showing the cycles that need to be broken, and that's how you're shocking others, because there are certain people who probably thought that they were going to get away with a certain cycle. So you're calling out things such as like verbal abuse or SA. And excuse me if this is triggering, I'm going to give a trigger warning. But it's like you're calling out toxic cycles, favoritism within the family, colorism within the family, featureism. It's like you're calling out the things, or maybe you have a family that's homophobic or racist, but you're calling out the things that are just toxic and that are harmful. And that's how you're shocking others, because you're speaking up and saying what other people are afraid to have said. Because I feel like there's other people who feel the same way, but they just are not as brave to speak up as you. They see that there's something that needs to change. They see that it's a cycle that needs to end. And that's how you're shocking people. With Gemini, yeah, you're using your voice. You are using your voice. And it's like people just didn't expect you to be able to clap back at them. And actually, like, it actually like makes sense, because there's people who could have underestimated it, like, pound number 3, I'm not going to worry about what they have to say, but really you will eat them up, right? You'll eat them up. Okay? So that is how you're shocking other people, your ability to defend yourself and your ability to stand up for the underdog and to expose toxic cycles that need to end. That's how you're shocking others. Because the Knight of Swords is here. So yeah, and the Ten of Swords. So a lot with communication. I feel like you're also shutting down certain talk about you, because maybe in your family there was a certain narrative. There was a narrative about who you were, the type of person that, you know, you are. Like, it was a certain narrative, but it was false. And it's like now you're telling your story and you're telling it from your perspective. And people are listening to you too. And I feel like people are starting to see who the problem is within your family, and they're starting to see the lies. It's like there are a lot of illusions being shed, pound number 3, and that's how you're shocking others, because your words are cutting illusions. They're cutting past illusions. And it's this energy of like people seeing how your life turned out compared to how a family member said it would, and it didn't align. So they're seeing that there was a lot of lies that were spoke about you, and the lot, like, the real you was like hidden up under all these projections of what people said you were. I feel like you're standing up to your family as well, pound number 3. It's like you're not allowing your family to just create false narratives. It's like you are letting them know, like, that's not me, and I don't care. You could be the black sheep of your family, but it's like you don't mind that as long as you're not participating in a toxic cycle. You could be the rich auntie, pound number 3, because I'm picking up you may not have any children. All right, take what resonates if you do. Okay. But for those of you who don't, it's giving rich auntie, rich uncle. Okay. And if you're non binary, it's the same thing. It's like you may be the one that's shifting the cycles within your family, especially if you don't have children. It's an emphasis on that. But you're influencing people, especially younger than you in your family, in a positive way. And that's how you're shocking others, because people could see like your influence on them in a good way. The next card we have is daring. Okay, so I feel like you could have created a bucket list, pound number 3, but I'm picking up this energy of like you going and just living your life, like living your best life, like going to that restaurant you wanted to go to, traveling to that state you wanted to travel to. Like, there's this emphasis of you like doing things now and not being so focused on, oh, let's do that later. It's like you're living in the present moment, pound number 3. You're not doing things later, you're doing them now. You could be traveling to water as well. Then we have mystery. So you're revealing a lot. You're revealing a lot about yourself, hidden talents that you have, things that have happened to you. You're talking about it more, but also you're revealing who you are. Again, you're telling your story. You're showing who you are. And it's very different from what was said and what was narrated. It's like you're changing that story. You're rewriting that story. Pound number 3. And that's how you're shocking others. There's no longer a mystery because you have the truth out and it shows. There could be something about a court case as well here, pound number 3, that the truth is revealed in. Take what resonates. Then we have the spontaneous card. So again, it's like it's giving that bucket list kind of energy. You're doing things because you want to, and you're happy. You're breaking away this generational cycle of we have to wait, or we have to work real hard and do all this. And no, let's live life right now. And even if you do something fun, it doesn't have to be expensive. It could be on a budget. It's like you're just learning to enjoy life and appreciate it and have fun, and not make it about work and career and status. It's much more than that. And that's how you're shocking other people, because you have those things, but that's not what your entire life is about. Okay. The next card we have is Story of My Life. So again, the story, you're narrating it from your own perspective. And it's like you're exposing what has happened to you. So somebody here could make a podcast and you could be talking about this, or it's just something you're exposing, or again, at a family function, you're exposing. Because I'm seeing somebody take their spoon and hit the glass and they're like, hey, I got something to say. And it's like you're talking about this. Okay. Yeah. Also, you could be like receiving some type of recognition too. So you're receiving your flowers too. Because I'm hearing that song by Kelly Uchis, I Wish You Roses While You, and she said, I wish you roses while you can still smell. So yeah, you're getting your flowers now. So there could be people realizing that, you had their back, you were a good friend, a good family member. You're getting your flowers. And somebody here could literally be getting flowers. And then I actually put a flower right here for some reason. Like I wanted to put a flower in this, like this sunflower here. So again, you're becoming more confident, but also it's like you're getting your flower, so some type of recognition, and that's how you're shocking other people. So you could be like, there's something like gonna be given back to you spiritually, because you put up with a lot from people. Pile number 3, there's something about a reparation, like spiritual reparations, but something being given back to you, because I'm hearing spirit say much is required and much is given. So you're getting some good karma, you're getting something, it's coming to you, something good. And that's how you're shocking others, because it's like they can sense that your life is changing for the better, and people know that you actually had love for them. Okay. Because in your channel messages, people did miss you. Okay, but let's get to the rest of these cards, because it's going to explain even further. We have don't take it personally. How you shocking other people? It's like they can't hurt you like they used to. The same things that they used to do, the same tactics, it doesn't hurt you. So if this is family, it's like the stories that they had about you, that doesn't bother you anymore. The name, maybe they had a certain nickname that you didn't like that was derogative, but that doesn't bother you anymore, because you understand that what they said about you is really a projection of them. It's not you. It's like you've done a lot of healing work to where you don't really internalize what your family has done to you, because it's a cycle. You know that they were hurt, so that they're hurting you because that cycle, and they feel like that's normal. They think that dysfunction is normal, so you understand that, and you're shocking other people, because it's like that dysfunction is not getting to you, and they see that you're healing that dysfunction. And it's like, pile number 3, you've created this little movement. And I say it's a little movement because it's starting off small, but it's going to grow, because you're affecting, like if you're an auntie, you're affecting your niece and nephews in a positive way. Even if you're a big cousin, it's like you are in this mentorship energy. Even if you're a big sibling, like you're the big brother, the big sister, okay? Even if you're non-binary, like you're the oldest or something, you're in that kind of energy to where other people are watching you and they're following behind you and they're learning from you. So if you're in your family and you're eating healthy, the kids are watching you do that and they're learning to eat healthy. Like in a good way. It's like they see like, wow, you're really creating this. I seen pile number 3 do this. Now I seen somebody else do this. So people in your family can see how you've impacted it in a positive way. Even though you've called things out, but you've impacted it positively. You've done things that nobody else has done. Like you've done a lot for your family, pile number 3. That's what I'm saying. You're getting your flowers because you've had to handle a lot. You have to take on a lot. Okay. And you still did that. Especially if you're the baby. Okay. It's something about ages. So somebody here could be the oldest, but if not, you act like it. Because I'm picking up a youthful kind of energy. So somebody here is younger, but you act like the older sibling, or you act like the auntie, even if you're not. That's that kind of energy. Okay. So we have a lot. It says, Leo, you're exposing something. You're shining light on something. Okay, and then we have beard. So if you're a man, it's like your beard is growing. That's how you're shocking people. Your appearance is changing. Okay, so maybe when they seen you, you didn't have any hair on your face, and now you do, and it's made you look more mature. Take what resonates, and that's only if you're a man or you identify as a man or just have some hair on your face. Take what resonates. Okay, and then we have I'm secretly jealous. Okay. So people are shocked because it's like you're exposing all of that. So you could have family that was secretly jealous and their jealousy motivated a lot of their behavior. So you're exposing that, but you're also shocking other people because people are seeing. They're seeing the other side of the story, yes. So people could have been led astray about you, pound number three, and they're seeing like a lot of it was due to jealousy. Then we have, I'm sorry I made you cry and please forgive me. So it's certain people that are recognizing how they treated you, but I also feel like this is family. Family that you no longer talk to, family that you went no contact with. It's that kind of energy. People you don't talk to anymore, they miss your company, okay? And I feel like they didn't expect to. That's the part that's unique. They didn't expect to miss you, but they did, pal number three, okay? Because you have an honest energy about you. You actually care about people, and that's very rare in today's world. It's very rare for people to care. Okay. So let's look at your channel messages. So part number three, people that you like were with romantically, they're realizing that you don't love them anymore. Okay, so that's where these energies came through, like, please forgive me and that kind of stuff. Like, you're shocking them because you finally moved on. You're shocking them because you chose yourself. Okay, you're more confident in who you are and you're doing better without them. That's how you're shocking them. Okay, we talked about people missing you. You speak up for yourself more, and it's like people may want you to come around more. Power number three, maybe you stay to yourself a lot, or you don't really communicate with people a lot, or you don't talk to family a lot. There's some kind of distance and people want you to be around more. Even if this is friends, there could be your friends that want to talk to you more, and you're shocking them because you're choosing to spend more time by yourself. Okay, you're telling the story of your life, and the people who heard bits and pieces, it's like the puzzle is finally coming together. That's what spirit is saying, like those puzzle pieces, things that were confusing. People didn't know if you were the villain or not, but it's like now it's like it's all making sense. Okay, you have tough skin now. Okay, and people cannot do the things that they used to do. You're exposing toxic family members. You're not taking what others do or say personally. Okay, you're unaffected by the shade and the gossip because you know it's not true. And people may pretend that they don't miss you or care about you, but they do. So you have people who may, especially with all that Gemini energy, they may try to talk, mess like, oh, forget pal number three, yada, yada, yada. But in reality, deep down, they miss you and they're mad because they no longer have access to you. So people are shocked because it's like you finally cut somebody off, or people see what happens when they don't treat you well, they get cut off. People are shocked because they know that they can never come back in your life. Like, people know that they will never have a second chance. So that's what's shocking them. Pile number three. Thank you so much for tuning into this reading. I really, really appreciate it. Mwah. Peace. Thank you.